Hello everyone, this is Terry Biss. I'm here today to take a moment of your time to talk to you about stem cell bone marrow testing and transplants. Back in October of 2011, I headed to the ER one day because I wasn't feeling so great, and I was told before the day was over that I had acute lymphocytic leukemia. It was pretty bad. My husband was told that I should get my affairs in order and get my children home. And the next morning, my oncologist told me I had 3 weeks to live if I didn't take treatment. Well, that put the fear of you-know-what in me, and I started taking treatment that day. I went through all the chemo, all the testing, all the intrathecal meds, everything that goes on with treating the cancer. And it was determined pretty early on that I would need to have a bone marrow transplant in order to survive long term. So they started looking for a match for me. It took 6 months and a trip to France, but I found my match, a perfect match. And on May 23rd of 2012, I had my stem cell transplant. And I have been thriving ever since. I feel good. And I plan on coming back to Bacchus to work in some capacity by July of this summer. I am still on isolation in my home because my immunity is so low at this point. But I couldn't feel better. I just am really looking forward to the day when I feel great. But what I have is a person who took the time to go to a facility and have the testing done and then the pheresis done to give me that life-giving marrow that I needed. And it saved my life. And how do you thank somebody for that? There are still people dying out there. My daughter, Ashley, works in Natick, Massachusetts, and there was a 34-year-old man there, a colleague of hers, who had 2 little elementary school-aged children. And he developed the same disease that I had. And he went through the chemo and all the treatments, and he finally got into remission. And they kept searching and searching and searching desperately for a match for him. And unfortunately, there's now a widow with 2 fatherless children in Natick, Massachusetts, because they couldn't find a match for him. You could be a miracle. You could be the person walking down the street, the hallways, who is a match for somebody who has a long life to live, if you just help them. So, January 8th, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. is the next bone marrow drive. And what I'd really appreciate is if you're between the ages of 18 and 45 and you haven't already been tested, to please go down. It's painless, it is cost-free, and it takes about 10 or 15 minutes of your time to save a life. So, I will look forward to seeing you in July. I will be healthy, and I will be so glad to continue on. Things that I never appreciated before, I appreciate now, and I think that's what's going to happen for the rest of my life, however long that is. I thank you for your time. I want to end this conversation by wishing each one of you a happy holiday, no matter how you celebrate. I would like to wish you a very happy and, more importantly, a very healthy 2013. And I'll see all of you in July. Take care of yourselves until then.